been at this hours. You can do this, all right? You ready?
Yeah.
Yo, Keita, what's your question? Come on.
Byrd, do you want to bond with me?
Uh-huh.
Do you want to bond with me?
You know I do. Keita, what's your question?
Baby, can we bond right now? Yes.
Wait a minute, wait.
What?
Who told you to change the lyric? See, that's why we can't do it.
Come on.
I ain't doing it. Forget it.
Babe, no, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
I'm out.
Hey, welcome to Bonding with Byrd, y'all. Oh my gosh, we were having technical difficulties. Man, we were looking real blurry on the laptop or whatever. We had to get things right. So you want to wait and see who's coming in at the moment. TMI.
Yeah,
Lord.
too much information.
There
you go.
So before we even get started with
Cheers
everything,
to ya.
Cheers. Before
Who's
we
that? Anisha, how you doing? Alex
good,
G,
Alex?
what's up, man?
So the thing is that before we even get started, I want y'all to see our shirts. So bought these shirts. I was looking online and saw this company called Doers. And I thought the saying was amazing. I have one shirt that says, if they don't like it, if they don't like you, they will adjust, right? And then this one, read it, baby. What does it say?
It says a lot about you if you're not feeling us.
So I got you one
mine
too.
says the
Yeah,
same
because
thing.
it says a lot about you if you're not feeling us. Like we're a cool ass. Where's the jar? Lord, we are a really cool couple. Just saying. Just saying.
Be right back.
Hey, what you drinking? I'm drinking some Riesling, and he is drinking some Harvey's. Have y'all ever heard of Harvey's sherry? Y'all ever heard of that?
Cream sherry.
Hey, Tammy.
It's a gentleman's drink. Yes.
So he made this jar. Hold on, can you see that? That cuss jar, that is my jar. So, I said one curse word. What is it, $5?
That's
$5
right.
a cuss word?
$5 a cuss word.
Okay, well, that's $5 so far. Where's your money?
Where's mine?
Yeah.
No, where's yours?
All right. Well, the weekend was crazy. Wendy Williams, what a mess. Did you guys watch the Wendy Williams documentary? And, well, she had a two-part. She had What a Mess, where it was her documentary kind of talking about every little piece of her journey.
Was she just dabbing her tears with her hair?
She sure was.
There you go.
Listen.
There you go. That's right. There you go.
So she
Keeping
had
it
the
real.
documentary, and then she had her movie. Okay, the documentary was 2 hours long, and I'm sorry, but I didn't know that she had a one-night stand with sexy ass Method Man. Did y'all know that? Sexy ass Method Man. He is fine. He was real grimy looking back in the day, personally, but he is growing up to a nice little prince or king. I don't know. But yeah, so she says that she had a little rendezvous with him, and his wife had to do a little clap back. So on Instagram, she took to, and she said, first of all, she said a lot of things are a lie. She said her career is on life support, her husband has abandoned her, and the ratings of her projects are going down. I don't think that's true. I think that's actually the opposite. But they've been together for 10 years before they got married. Method Man and his, we can take that down. Method Man and his wife, they were together for about 10 years, right? So I guess this was a little irk to her because it's the same time frame. It's like, oh, you slept with him during our union when we're together, stuff like that. Do you believe that she slept with Method Man? How do you think about the wife's clapback?
Okay, so first let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Method Man? Second, who's Mrs. Method Man?
What?
And third,
what?
This Wendy person.
What?
This Wendy person slept with him? I'm not
So
sure.
Hold on.
I gotta check it out on the care meter. Hold on, check it out on the care meter.
No, so that's the problem. So that's the problem. So there's a lot of people that think that she did not sleep with Method Man. First of all, back in the day, if you are a rapper, if you are a basketball player, anybody in sports, period, and it was like the 90s, stuff like that, and the 2000s or anything like that, you were dating and fucking and excuse my language, but yes, that's $10. You were dating and rubbing on a lot of different people. And what does she have to lose? Why is she gonna throw out Method Man? He's been on her show before. Why is she gonna just bring him up now? That's my question. Do y'all think that she's just gonna bring him up out of the air? What about the other guy? So she claims that she was raped. What's the guy's name? Sharik. Yeah, that guy. Shrek. He was like a one hit. He was a Shrek.
She banged Shrek.
No.
She got raped by Shrek.
So this is a big deal because he has passed away, right? And he's no longer here on this earth, so he can't defend himself. However, once again, why would you make this up? Out of all people, why are you going to pick a dead person? Because they can't say nothing? I mean, and why him? He had one hit. Like, she didn't say anything this whole entire time.
Do you know what the one hit was?
No. Huh. What is the song?
Can we give a little sample of?
Can you find it in your heart to forgive me? I know I've got to be the one that calls you. Baby, just call. You can call me what you wanna. Any old time.
I don't know that song.
Call me. You can call me. You know, he was like a cross between like Teddy Pendergrass and who's the other guy? Johnny Gill. You know, he had that baritone thing. You know, you can know, but he's dead now.
Okay.
And Wendy decided. I think she looked through the obituaries, or she went into the morgue.
She didn't even want to say his name.
Did
you guys see how she didn't even say his name at all?
She didn't know how to say it.
No, she said she wasn't going to mention his name, and then I guess a lawyer that was next. No, there was a lawyer that was there and gave her the okay to say the name.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Anyway, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I felt bad for her though because she was bullied. She's very awkward looking to some, right?
It's listen. Let's call a spade a spade. All right. There is an ugly cry that a good-looking person can give, and then there's an ugly cry that an ugly person can give. I'm gonna let you decide which category Wendy Williams falls in. Okay, you feel sorry for you all you want to, but oh my God, like,
so do you think this is karma? Do you think this is karma?
Do I what?
Do you think this is karma?
What? That all
these bad things are happening? Curtis says Wendy lives for toxic energy.
Yeah.
I think she has been traumatized. I think she's been traumatized her whole entire life, all the way up until her adulthood. You know what I mean?
And I think she decided to become a traumatizer.
Well, yeah, she probably used that as a weapon, and then she realized she got famous off of it, and then she had to keep that whole momentum and ask all the questions, stuff like that. And yeah, karma is a B, right?
Karma's an equal opportunity B.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is.
So you know, I just you know, you watch it every day, all that kind of stuff. I can't work myself up for it, you know, and you know, plus, you know, she's never asked me on the show, so I'm like, see, if you ask a nice guy on your show, you get nice things, and if you don't, karma's an equal opportunity. Beep, boop.
Anyways. Did y'all? Okay, so Tyler Perry, y'all know who Tyler Perry is. Madea.
Tyler Perry is actually Wendy Williams. Most people don't know that, but go ahead.
They do resemble each other. Each other.
Yes, especially when he looks just like that.
Wow. Well, Tyler Perry is known for his role as Madea. He and now, you know.
Hello.
This is a little different now. So he has, you know, the Oval, right? He has a spinoff.
Thing.
Yeah,
so
he has a spinoff already. Hold on, I think the spinoff is called what is it called? It's called Ruthless. Ruthless.
I can't keep up with it.
Yeah,
I can't keep up with how many Tyler Perry shows I won't watch.
So Ruthless, it was a little ruthless because he had a sex scene in there, right? And it's a little much.
Do we have it?
Yes, we do.
I haven't seen it.
Take a look. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I
thought that was Roots Part 2. But
no, I mean, first of all, that was very raunchy. That was what did you think about that? That was the first time you actually saw that clip. What did you think about? What did y'all think about it? I want y'all opinion on that. Do y'all think that was a little too much, or like because he
I don't know. I've seen P Valley.
Yes, but like
hey,
Well, okay, so that's the thing. So you got what? The Chi, and we love that show. But the last season, you kept saying I don't know about the Chi this time. It's a little too much for me. And why was it too much for you?
Because the explicit sex scenes.
Right. Right. So with all the explicit sex scenes and stuff like that, why does he get criticized? Is it because you know for years, what is it, like 15 years, you are only creating like, family oriented type of shows, and then all of a sudden you go into Tyler went way deep on the series. Really, Kurt? Wait, it's a full series?
Yeah.
Oh,
and he's making one about a dentist next year. It's called Toothless.
I didn't find that to be very funny. Beat the heck out of Roots. I mean,
beats the heck out of Roots. Thank you, Alan.
I don't know. I just thought
somebody got my Roots reference. Thank you.
I don't know. It was just it was a lot. It was a lot for me. It was a lot for me. Well, I mean. So do you think that he should like continue stuff like that? And like, what's your answer to that? What do you think? Like, talk.
Okay. First of all, sister girl, I am a child of the 50s, 60s. I like old movies where you didn't do everything explicitly, where you didn't have to see everything. Mm-hmm. And so, you can miss me with all the extracurricular sex scenes and violence and all that kind of stuff. Just tell a damn good story. And when it comes to damn good stories, Mr. Perry can be.
So you think that he tried to get outside the box because all his stuff is like for church folks, as Curtis said?
Maybe. But if church folks is your audience, you might want to be careful where you tread.
Ooh, very true.
If they stop watching, okay. There he is.
Well,
there he is. And Tyler, that don't mean that I won't accept a reasonable role on a clean series. Okay. Got an image today, Teddy.
Okay, so Denzel, your very, very, very favorite actor.
That's right.
He had a movie that came out. What is it called? Little Things?
It's called The Little Things. The Little Things. It's the little things that could get you in trouble, a lot of trouble, and get you caught.
Oh, okay. So we actually caught up to it yesterday. I fell asleep all the way. I feel like I fell asleep halfway through, and I didn't need anything else.
Ladies and gentlemen, this woman falls asleep so much during a movie that when we used to go to the movies, they used to only charge me for one ticket. But she cannot stay awake to save her life. But I watched it, and I thought it was. It wasn't necessarily Denzel's best, but it was totally watchable. For the whole 2 hours, it kept me riveted, and I thought it was good.
Well, okay.
I thought it was good.
So the reason why
and King Kong's got nothing on him.
Okay, there. So he got a lot of slack. Oh my God, I don't think I even sent it on here, but he got a lot of slack on Twitter because he was basically saying that he supports the police and he supports Yeah, so talks playing law enforcement characters, scrutiny in America, denounces police critics. Yeah, so specifically on Twitter, I don't know if you guys saw it, but he said that he supports policemen and he thinks they do a great job, and he also supports the military, right? So a lot of people did clapbacks at him because they're like, yo, we're in a climate where there is a lot of police brutality. And also, you know, with the riots and stuff, there were a lot of military people that was there. So how do you condone that situation? But when we saw the movie, he played a cop. And I don't want to tell you what happened at the end because it was good. But, I mean...
anyway.
Do you think he's far removed? Do you think he's far removed from society?
I don't think Denzel's far removed from society. I think Denzel is one of the least far removed actors from society.
Okay.
You know, listen. If you say that you support the police and you support the good police, then you're gonna.
Well, I think that's where the problem was because he didn't say good. He just said police in full, and he also said the military in full.
You know.
So
you always got to watch how people, the context in which people take your statements and stuff. You know, what bleeds leads and what's inflammatory sells. So, you know.
What?
Anyway, I give Denzel the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. Some of y'all got it.
Some police, some military. The system needs to be revamped. I agree that the system needs to be revamped.
Listen.
Period. I like that Denzel did his thing. That's what Melinda said.
Yeah, he did.
I think he did do his thing too. I didn't watch the first half.
How it ended. I'll bet you were, and so was I. But remember the beret. Get the beret. They were good police. Who were good police? Oh, in the movie, Melinda.
So it's I think she's saying they were good cops.
Who were good cops?
That's what she got out of it. That they were good cops. That Denzel and his partner were good cops. Okay, I'm gonna just say it at the end. I don't care.
No. Excuse me.
So this is exactly what happened. So at the end, when it comes to
there you go. Hush puppy. See, hush puppies. I got him.
Oh hell no!
Oh yeah, hush puppies. I got him. I got him, Debbie. I got him. Hush puppies.
That's some bullshit, but
yeah, okay. There you go. There you go.
You're so lucky because I was really about to spoil it.
I know you were. I know you were about to spoil it for the only part that you were awake for. So, no, it's not. It doesn't seem fair. You know, at the end, Dorothy goes home, and Toto, and the lion is actually like one of the guys who works on the farm.
Anyway, let's talk about Popeyes. Since you want to feed me, let's talk about Popeyes. Popeyes. First and foremost, do you know that they have permanently taken off their Cajun rice and their string beans? Permanently.
Cajun rice. Which started out as dirty rice.
Yes.
Okay.
What is the stuff that's in there? What's in the Cajun rice? It ain't dirt.
No, it's supposed to be ground beef.
Oh, ground beef. Got it.
Anyway,
okay.
So it went from dirty rice to Cajun rice, and now they don't have it. But I gotta tell you, all right, listen, Popeyes hasn't been my favorite lately, anyway, because we went to Popeyes one night and came home, and they gave me a serving full of rice, just rice. Okay, so it wasn't dirty. And there was no beans with it, okay? It was just rice. And I was like, wait a minute. Popeyes is going Chinese? No, I don't know what the hell
it was literally
happened.
just plain white rice.
Just plain white rice.
I didn't even know they had plain white rice on the menu.
Yes, it goes with the red beans.
Oh. Well, I think it needs to stay. What do y'all think? What is y'all favorite side? Because outside the first of all, the green beans are flavorful. The rice is flavorful. The mac and cheese is nasty. The French fries, they're just French fries.
And they ain't had no damn chicken sandwich. Well, for like months, they didn't have a chicken sandwich. I was like, I went in one day and I went, wait a minute.
Gizzards and hearts.
Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying there's gizzards and hearts in the dirty rice?
There's gizzards and hearts. They gizzards and hearts. They gizzards and hearts, and that's what we eat. The gizzards and hearts. They gizzards and hearts.
Oh hell no. Well, I mean, yes.
That's nasty.
That is nasty.
That's nasty.
Well.
Baby, that's
outside
nasty.
Popeyes, they're not the only one that's hot right now. What about Subway? Subway Eat Fresh. Remember Jared? Remember Subway Eat Fresh? Yeah. You know that tuna sandwich y'all been eating all the time? Oh yeah, I'm gonna be healthy. I'm gonna get some tuna. I don't eat meat.
Jared, the Porno King.
Yes. Well, there's a huge lawsuit out right now because that's not even tuna. It's like some concoction. I don't even know what. Like, I mean, would you call it vegan? Like, what is in it? What is in it? Like, you saying
if you don't bring it down just a little.
What is in that tuna? It's not tuna. How are you going to call it tuna if it's not tuna? Like, you know, when you have a burger, if you want to get, you know, meatless burger, you say Beyond, you call it something different. Beyond Burger, right?
Right. So they should call it Boona. Beyond Tuna.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. But goddamn, okay.
A mixture of various concoctions that does not constitute tuna, yet have been blended together by defendants to imitate the appearance of tuna.
That is so
They are
fraudulent.
now defendants.
That is straight up nasty. That is straight up
nasty. They are defendants on the Subway cat food. That's right. That's right. Alan T. McIntyre II calls it as it is.
That just goes to show.
Cat food.
No, that just goes to show.
Matter of fact.
Sit back a little.
It must be regurgitated cat food. Okay, it must be cat food that, like, you know, cat ate. He gave it up to you, then you mixed it into.
Oh, so
Popeyes.
it was a process. It was a process.
It's a process.
No. Like, I hope. Could we get it? Have you had any tuna sandwiches?
I have not had any tuna sandwiches that I didn't make. I make my own tuna at home.
That's why everybody should be like KFC took the word chicken out of their commercials. What?
Well, they took it out. They took it out of their title too. That's why they call it KFC. It's like,
oh, see, that's why you should cook at home. You should make everything at home. Why are you going out and getting takeout and stuff?
Freaking chunks. That's what.
So
KFC
then, how do you get the bone? How do you get the like? What kind of meat do you think it is? If it's not chicken, what could it be? Only 97% of what is sold in all commercial food services has to be what it states. Okay, thanks, fact checker. 97. Listen, I'm stop doing that. Come on, stop it. Okay. Lord. All right, let's get into Tinking Tuesday. We gotta come with it.
Because we're Tinking Tuesday. That's the day when we tink that we're tinking what we taught. It's Tinking Tuesday.
Okay. So go ahead. What's the question, baby?
Tinking Tuesday. So the other day I'm watching TV. And my Tinking Tuesday comes to me, right? The 38,000th time I've seen the commercial for some drug that I didn't want, that I don't know what it is, and they're telling me, ask your doctor. Ask my doctor about what? And if it's so good, why do I have to ask my doctor? Question, has your doctor ever prescribed what's on TV, right? You have the thing that is supposed to be good for you, like, you can't sleep or something like that. Well, we're going to give you this, or you have high cholesterol. Oh, we're going to give you Crestor. Ask your doctor about Crestor. And then they proceed to tell you all the things all the side effects that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
I love this one. Don't take Crestor if you're allergic to it.
What is Crestoid?
I don't know. I'm picking one. Really? You interrupted my Tinking Tuesday to ask that question. Okay. Anywho. Anyway, so the question is, ladies and gentlemen, these drugs, who are they for? And if your doctor thinks they're good for you, why wouldn't your doctor tell you about it? I know that the pharmaceutical rep that comes around to the hospitals and bribes them into, prescribing these medications, with these trips to wonderful places and these free gifts that we don't want to talk about. I know that they told them to push it, but I have never had my doctor. Right, exactly. Yeah, I wonder what my doctor would prescribe for me. So next week I'm going into my doctor's office with a list. You should really, we should. And I'm just going to say, hey, that's what you think I should have this? That's what we should do. You think I should have this? They told me to ask you about this. They told me to ask you about this. And now I'm asking you. So what do you think?
They're pill pushers, Marcus said. Pill pushers. They your mama, they your daddy, they your in the alley. They your pill pusher. Go some weed. I'm your pusher man.
Hey, your pusher man.
Okay. So we have a special guest today. He is returning to our show.
That's right. So this is a guy that I have come to admire. A few years ago, mm-hmm. My wife and I saw the Kalief Browder story. Okay. What is it called? Time. I think it's called Time. Time. The Kalief Browder story. And Kalief Browder was a young man who was arrested one night in the Bronx for having a stolen backpack, or in his case, not having a stolen backpack, but having been accused of being the guy who stole a backpack.
Right.
Subsequently, he spent over 3 years in Rikers Island, the city prison in New York, and without ever being convicted of this crime. Okay, and he wouldn't allow himself to be brought out of the system, mm-hmm. because he said he didn't do it.
Right.
So why should he confess to a crime he didn't commit? The weird thing is that if he had been convicted of stealing this backpack, mm-hmm. which had a street value of what, $3?
Pretty much.
He would have gotten less time than he got waiting to be tried.
Right.
But anyway, listen, you can see it on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a 6-part series on Netflix, Kalief Browder story Time. But right now, I'd like to introduce you to his lawyer, who has become a good friend of mine, ladies and gentlemen, and a good friend of that. I don't know who that other guy is. I know that's Paul right there. That's Paul right there, ladies and gentlemen. Paul the Prestigious.
Hello. Byrd.
What's up?
Peter, hey.
Oh my God, we had technical.
Daisy and I don't talk anymore, so we're not like that anymore.
It's not like that no more.
But you and I were simpatico, Byrd. We're good.
There you go. I know you had to cut him loose. Me too. We're both from Brooklyn. Marcy Projects.
Of course. Of course. We go way back.
Too big for his britches.
Lord have mercy. So,
I love your show, by the way. Listen, I really love the show and the new format. I really think you have so much potential. You could be the new Regis and Kathy Lee. I'm serious.
Do you hear that from your?
I can't believe he called you Regis. Anyway.
Ooh, don't try me. Don't try me. Not today. Not today.
Byrd, I'm serious. I was at the gym the other day and I didn't have, my AirPods, and they have the shows in the morning on TV, and it was this Hoda and Kathy Lee. It was like The Price is Right, and I'm like, and Jerry Springer's still on. This guy's still popping around.
It's like, when we gonna get new content, new people?
Perfect time slot for you guys.
We're here to save you.
Do you see our shirt? It says a lot about you if you're not feeling us. Okay. So Paulie,
is that my parting gift for being on the show tonight?
I said we got.
What he say?
He says that his parting gift for being on the show tonight.
I'm gonna get you one. I love that.
Because you can tell you're from the old school of game shows where they say, and we have some lovely parting gifts for you.
Parting gift. Right.
Now it's like you
lost. The swag bag. Swag bag.
So I'm sure you know about the whole riot situation with what was the young lady's name? Riley Williams. So Riley Williams, during the riot, yes, this evil bitch.
During the insurrection.
So this woman, for those who do not know, she stole Nancy Pelosi's laptop, and she was going to try and give it to the Russians, and she only got 72 hours in jail. 72 hours.
Well, so far.
Either way, 72 hours. And here you have your former client, rest his soul, Khalif, who spent 3 years in prison. Well, in Rikers Island.
3 days versus 3 years, man. What do you think?
3 years in Rikers Island is probably worse than 3 years in prison.
That part, true.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? I mean, as far as weighing the odds and seeing the, racial injustice, right?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, Nikita. I'm not surprised at all. It's disheartening to see that. It's disheartening to see that in social media. I'm really a cynic when it comes to these things, to reform. I'd like to be optimistic, but I've seen too much, and at the end, it's all too bittersweet for me. Not only Khalif's case in and of itself, where there was no justice for him because he took his life tragically before there was any acknowledgement by the city for their wrongdoing in his case. But here it's the same thing, right? So we see the power of social media here, rallying, and the outrage that this young girl gets special treatment, and discrepancies in our system, right? Because just a few months ago, it was that other kid, Kyle Rittenhouse, who walked out of jail, and there was the same type of meme.
And he had a shirt. Did you see the shirt where he said "free ass fuck"? Excuse my language, but that's what he said.
Wow.
In a bar.
He's got some audacity, that kid. But it's the same thing over and over. And I appreciate the power of social media for calling attention to these things, because I really think that social media has provoked and encouraged investigations into some of these incidents that we've seen, that we've had video of. But it begs the question, what really has changed on the outside? There have been reforms in jails. Yes, there have been. And there's something to be said for that. But what is it going to take to make these changes permanent, so we don't have another Riley Williams or another Kyle Rittenhouse? Is there anything that can be done? Because I don't know. Is that a rhetorical question? Because I don't think that's something we're really going to see. This is just going to happen again, and there's going to be a whole outrage, and we're going to go through the whole thing. I mean, think about it. What would have happened if you go back to the protest during the summer? And I was fortunate to help some people, and I'm helping some people who were peaceful protesters exercising their right to march, their constitutional right, who were attacked, assaulted, unprovoked by police officers, right? Who were marching for Black Lives Matters, George Floyd, and police brutality, right? So think about what might have happened had there been no cameras when George Floyd was killed by those officers, or Ahmaud Arbery was killed in Georgia. What would have happened? It would have been all left to police paperwork. And, I think, without getting too far ahead of myself, because, I know this is a talk show, you have to ask that. It comes down to, really the police and qualified immunity. I'll leave it at that for now.
Got it. So let me ask you something. There's been this push for they're talking about cash money bail and sort of the abolishment of that system, or the changing of that system. What explain what it is for our viewers, and what do you think in regards to its impact on the system at large? Because Khalif couldn't get out
because of the cash bail. Right.
All right, and
that was part of it.
Wasn't able to raise it, right?
Right. Technically, yes, that was part of it. And this reform is the direct impetus of Khalif Browder. And bail is a mechanism that courts use and prosecutors use to ensure an individual's return to court once they're accused of a crime and arrested.
Right.
So, and there's many factors that go into setting bail on a certain case, right? Do they have community ties? Do they live in the area? Do they have a criminal record? And I know we shouldn't use someone's record against them, but it's held against them in those proceedings. And what the evidence is in the case. Is it a strong case? Is it a weak case? So those are some of the factors that are used to set bail in certain cases. But what we saw happen was, especially like in New York City where I practice, bail was set on almost every case, small, big, or somewhere in between.
Right.
So you were getting thousands of people hung up in jail pending their case on small bails, people whose families couldn't afford a $500 bail or a $1,000 bail, just clogging up the system. And, the effect on the community when someone goes in for like a low-level offense, which they're only accused of, right? I mean, this is really the key word, right? People are presumed innocent when they're arrested. So you have thousands of people who are arrested and held in jail, not being able to go home, not being able to go to their families, not being able to go to work, dealing with the trauma of, literally just being in jail.
And not being able to assist in their own defense.
Right.
Correct. That's a huge.
SOL.
That's huge. If you can't have if you have to have a conversation with your client, through some pane glass window, once every month, it's a lot different than meeting them in person.
Sure.
Right. So let me ask you this. So COVID has, when it comes to court cases in general, a lot of them have been like pushed back, right? I mean, we still get cases, but at the same time, as far as them being held in court, it takes a longer time. So the question is, has it affected your business as far as people going in and trying to get their case settled in any form or fashion? And also, I want to know about your love life. So first, that one first.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I can segue one into the other. Let me say, hold on.
Let's cut to the real chase.
Well, listen, it has affected. Okay, it has affected the courts because the cases have been backed up, they've been adjourned, and for people who are awaiting trial in jail, honestly, they just have to wait longer because the courts have unilaterally like just pushed everything back. So you have people waiting in jail like an extra 9 months now, 10 months, who have been waiting for like a court date or a trial date. And I've seen that with a couple of my clients, really, because they can't convene a jury trial. Like if you wanted to go to trial, you can't bring a jury in because of COVID, right? And grand juries have been on and off, stopped and started. Yeah. So it's really held up the system.
So if you're accused of something and you are in jail, but now COVID hit, you are stuck in jail because you can't get a trial or is that what's happening?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, but there are certain cases where bail has been set. I will say that most people have been released, because of bail reform and because of COVID. Right.
Okay, so that love life. All right, so that love life. All right. So we knew you were single.
Hold on, I'm getting there. Anyway, so yes, it's been different because you mostly have Zoom conferences for court. You have Zoom court, right? Which is different. I used to go to court every day, and I got to tell you, it really wore me out. And but now, if I have to go to court, it's like a nice thing. I get to put on a suit. I go to court.
Do you really put on a suit, or do you put a half suit?
Half suit for Zoom court. Half suit for Zoom court.
No.
I saw the ladies.
The analogy.
I saw the way you dress. I'm
asking for the ladies that all want that Zoom. Do you actually put on Do you put half the clothes?
Holla a little more. So while we have this moment, Paulie.
Yes.
Because I know you, man. You're a dapper fella. You understand? You like to put on a shirt and a tie and suave. You know what I mean? But how is COVID affecting your personal life?
Yeah. Are you dating?
Well, the analogy I'd like to make, Byrd, is that Zoom court is nice, but it's nice to be in court to get the real thing. You know what I mean? And that's almost analogous to dating, right? You could have a Zoom date, but it's not like the real thing, like having someone right in front of you. Do you get that?
So how we hook you up? How we work this out? Because
Well, listen, there are ways around it. I'm not saying I've only been on Zoom dates for the last 10 months. Now, let's not get crazy.
Wait, hold on.
I was voted New Jersey's most eligible bachelor in 2018.
Oh, listen. In 2018, that was recent.
That's right.
That seems like a lifetime ago.
It was you and Doug Christie, right? Not Doug Christie, Chris Christie, right?
Yes, something like that.
You would have won that was in shape.
Well, who's that? He's not my type.
I think we should bring you back, but we should bring you back and talk about hooking you up. Like, find whoever that's interested. We'll go through. What are you looking for? Give us your top 3 of what you're looking for.
The Bachelorette is a terrible show. I mean, I think we need something new.
I agree.
Maybe we could do something here. The Bachelor. We'll do the Bachelor.
Paulie, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? 3 things.
3 things. Are these okay? Intelligence, attractiveness, intelligence, attractiveness, and right. Well, I think that should incorporate all my needs right there. Someone I can get profound with,
Just
that can
intelligence and attractiveness. That's it. What if they got 5 kids?
Well, no, that's. My mother, when I first got divorced, well, I didn't know if you wanted to. I can get into more specifics. When I first got divorced, my mother said to me, Paul, why don't you meet a nice divorcee with kids and she could help you out and this and that. That was like 7 years ago. So now I pretty much raised my daughters on my own. And Nikita, I got to be honest, soccer moms are kind of boring. I don't want to offend anybody. Okay. I don't want to. I have all this. Soccer moms are some of my very best friends.
Do you have an age preference?
Do you have an age preference?
I'm sorry?
You have an age preference?
Preferably younger.
How much younger?
I went 27 years younger, man. So
listen,
I didn't say 27 years.
On your wish list.
I'd have to do the math. Wait, 27. Oh, no. No, I can't go there.
Well, you're younger. That doesn't count.
No, Melinda, our good friend Melinda says, good sense of humor. Good sense of humor. Of course. Did I leave that out?
Listen,
I'm sorry.
You only said 2 things. I asked for 3. You couldn't think of
Definitely.
He left room. He's an attorney. He left room for.
Well, you didn't let me
added
finish.
Extras. He for padding the bill.
No soccer.
No, I didn't say no. I didn't say
number 4. Good sense.
No, I didn't.
even though he was reticent about that.
I'm serious about this. We got to find him. We have to.
Soccer moms are cool.
They're all right.
Yeah, they're cool.
Your daughters play soccer?
Of course. Big soccer players.
There you go. Soccer mom.
Well, you won't be dating his daughter's mom. His daughter's dad.
I just want to say to you, man, just between me and you, volleyball moms.
Volleyball, huh? Interesting.
Volleyball.
I've never heard of that.
Anyway, thank you so much, Paulie, for coming on. We totally appreciate it.
All right. So are you serious? Are we really doing a show?
I'm very serious. So let me do everything. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. I have you to hook up. I have our friend, our Officer Smitty that we got to hook up. So we are going to, this is what I need.
Officer Smitty? Wait, who's Officer Smitty? Is that one of your friends from the show, Judge Judy?
No.
Oh, no.
No. He works with me in the
OK program.
OK program, which is the.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
Cool. I just don't want it to be weird, like we're competing.
It's definitely not going to be weird. So
I'm not bringing any flowers. I'm not bringing any roses or anything like that. Okay, just so you know.
I'm going to formulate this. We're going to do this. You want to do this right before Valentine's Day or right after? Because we come on Tuesdays.
That's like dressing up for Halloween after Halloween.
Okay, so maybe next week. Maybe we'll do a segment.
We'll
do a segment. Okay. Let me work on this.
I'll check my schedule.
Yeah. I got you. We're gonna play a dating game. Yes. Yes, thank you, Melinda. We're gonna play a dating game with Paulie next week.
There you
go. Are you available next
week? Yes. Yes.
All right.
Good answer. Well, you guys can find Paulie on Instagram. I don't know if the banner went up. I believe so.
It went up several times.
It did. But y'all need to check him out. Yes, Paulie, PVPESQ on Instagram. And let me tell you something. They got a lot of nice pictures. Just saying. Yes, I'm married, but just saying, ladies, he's a catch. He's a nice little snack. Sorry, I love you. Okay. Thank you so much, Paulie.
Yes, he is again. Thank you. It's always fun with you guys.
We're serious about the dating game next week.
Okay, I'm down.
All right.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Be well.
Listen, this is gonna be fun right before Valentine's Day. Listen, if you know a friend of a friend, listen, are you interested? He's in New York, right? He's in New York. Listen, any of my New Yorkers, listen, if you're single, let's do it. He's educated, he's an attorney, he's single, he's fine. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Single life.
Anyway, so let's go into real talk. Let's have some real talk. Real talk.
Yeah, you got to work on your theme songs.
Okay. Let's go with the first question. Is there a first question to pop up on the screen? Can asking someone to wear their mask cost you your life?
Yes, apparently it can cost you your life.
In Montego Bay. Did you guys hear about the story about the lady? She was in church, praying, had her mask on, and the guy behind her did not have a mask. And she went to him. I don't know, Jamaicans, they could be a little in their stance. No, it's true. I mean, it's true. It's true. But apparently he didn't like the way she said it. Apparently she said it in a way that he did not take it very light. He didn't take it lightly because he shot her dead. He shot her dead in the church. So it's kind of like road rage. If you're in a supermarket or anything like that and you see somebody without a mask, is it worth it to tell them, listen, you need to put on your mask?
Or should you mind yours?
What would you do?
Well, you know what I would do. Remember the time I went in there and talked to the guy?
You talked to a guy? Inform me?
Yes.
Inform everyone. Go ahead.
We were in Rouse, and I was wondering why the guy didn't have a mask on. Remember?
Mm-mm.
Young brother.
Tell us.
Well, he was in one of the aisles, and I noticed that he didn't have a mask on. Everybody else in the store had a mask on. So it bothered me at first, and then I was like, you know what? Let me approach him and find out. Maybe he forgot his mask. So I went over to him and I said, hey, I just wanted to find out, if you had forgotten your mask. And he was on the phone with somebody. And he said to the person on the phone, he said, wait a minute, hold on for a second. He felt his face. He said, oh my God. He says, you're absolutely right. I forgot my mask. It's in the car. Let me go out and get it. He said, thank you for reminding me. And I was like, yeah, no problem. It's but then I'm 6'3", so maybe somebody gives me a little more, more respect,
Right, that's true. But do you think
do
you think people should say it? Like if you're walking around without a mask, how would you approach somebody to say that?
I think you have to be very judicious and very tactful as to how you approach them. Mm-hmm. And I think if they look at you and they go, mind your fucking business, you might want to press on. You might, and I use the F-bomb because I think that's one of the worst things they could say to you. But if they say anything towards you that indicates they want you to mind your business and leave them alone, listen, that's it. You can't force nobody to do anything. So, you did it. You made it known that you thought that they should have a mask on and that it's, it's a worthy thing, and press on. Keep,
I will mind
my business. There you go, Belinda.
Next question.
I'm shy, quiet, and innocent. Shut up, Alan. You've been selling that one, man, since I've known you. I've known you 30 years, man. You've been shy, quiet, and belligerent for a long time.
Okay, so we got room for one more question. How do you rebuild when your trust is gone?
How do you rebuild when your trust is gone?
Yeah.
Between people
in general, whether it's a relationship, whether it's friendship or anything like that. How do you rebuild when the trust is gone?
Well, it takes time, and you prove yourself over time to be trustworthy. I would say that is it.
I think it does take time. I agree with you. I feel like, when it comes to trusting someone, like for instance, a friend, right? If they kind of just knock you down and they don't actually hold up on their end, it's kind of like, when are you going to wake up and smell the coffee? You gotta either tell the person how you feel, but listen, forgiveness is a mofo. If you're going to forgive a person, you really have to forgive them. You can't hold on to it. You gotta forgive and let go.
Never the same. Listen. Here's far as I'm concerned, here's the deal. If you have chosen to forgive, then you forgive.
Facts.
Wholeheartedly.
Right.
Okay. If you've chosen not to forgive, say la vie. But you have to make up your mind. You got to pick a side, as my wife always tells me. You have to pick a side, and you have to stick with it. If you're not gonna stick with it, if you're constantly going to hold that person in the same place,
right?
If that person robbed you,
right,
and took something from you, and you're going to constantly hold them as a robber,
right, then
the relationship is never going to be the same, and you might as well forget about it.
Right.
So it's up to you.
Okay, so we are very difficult. Usually when the trust is gone, it's gone. That's true, but it depends. It depends. Every relationship is
gone. I gotta learn how to face it. Anyway.
Where did that come from?
Y'all know that song. Do you know that song?
It's gone.
Listen, if one of you can name the artist who made that song, you can have the money in the cuss jar, which right now is $25.
Oh.
Okay, 25. It might be 25 imaginary dollars, but it's $25 right now, which your buddy here owes. Oh, by the way, I did say the word. I did drop the F-bomb, so I owe $5. Tony Cox, Hall & Oates.
Tony Cox gets $25. You gotta Venmo him. Figure it out.
Yeah, hey, wait a minute. Tony, extra $5 in it for you if you can tell me who else made the same song.
Is there a remix
around the same time? Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Matter of fact, I think Hall & Oates made. I think Hall & Oates may have made the second one. This other group made it the first.
Really?
Made it the first time.
Okay, so he got $25 so far. Okay, that's cool. So we have, I don't know if you guys watched our vlog last week, but I did a little Fashion Nova haul. Fashion Nova, love that store. Listen, their clothes, they're good quality, but good quality for like wear 3 times and you're done, right? 7. So we're gonna show you a clip of the Bonnie with Byrd vlog, and then after this, if we have enough time, we want you guys to come on, be ready to come on, and let's chat. If you got a question for us, just come in and join the conversation.
Yeah, what she said.
Let's roll this clip real quick. Hey, welcome back to Bonnie with Byrd. I'm Nikita. So recently, I purchased Byrd a really cute pajama set. Super cozy, soft, comfortable, and he looks really sexy in the house. So I was thinking, why don't we do a Fashion Nova haul, quarantine edition? No more raggedy t-shirts, no more crazy pants with the holes in it, okay? Because I know everybody's been doing that. We gonna be cute, sexy, and fly in the house, okay? But I just need him to judge my outfits. I got a couple of outfits from Fashion Nova. It's super affordable. So, babe.
Why?
I need your help. I need you to judge my outfits.
Makita, today is Saturday. What do I like to do on Saturday? Makita, what do I like to do on Saturday?
Nothing.
Correctamundo. See, I knew I shouldn't let you bought me these fancy pajamas. I knew there was a catch to it. Don't look like that. All right. I'll judge your fashion show.
Okay, let's start.
I'm ready.
All right. So tell me what you think of this. Now it's really supposed to be an outfit for outside, but I'm not trying to go outside like this. But I think it's super cute to be in the house. What do you think?
I give it a 9.
Yeah?
Yeah, I give it a 9. Give it a solid 9.
Bad.
Oh, look at the little tail feather. Wiki.
Chicken tail feather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I should keep it?
Yeah, I'd say keep it. I like the color on you.
Thank you. Green for money.
Green for collard greens.
I hate collard greens. And cut.
She lying. She eat anything. She eat anything.
So that was the clip that he picked. That was the very beginning. I went through like 5 different outfits, which is really cute, comfortable outfits. You know, you always put on like these outfits that they got the holes in them. You know what I'm saying? They don't match, nothing like that. If you're in the house, bring fashion home, but bring it home and let it be cozy. So I tried on 5 different outfits from Fashion Nova. You guys check it out. But at the end, y'all gotta wait for it because I pulled a little prank on your boy. Can't wait to show you that one. And that one comes out on Thursday. So in the meantime, I want to know if there's anyone that's going to pop in.
We got any poppers?
Okay, so yes, so if you want to join in on the conversation, we got a couple of minutes. So just join in real quick. But oh Lord.
tinyurl.com/Byrd
we have to give a tribute. We have to give a tribute in the meantime.
Yes.
So we'll still do this. So still totally pop in if you need to. But you want to give a tribute to Cicely Tyson. That's like my grandma. Oh my God, such a queen. Oh yes, queen.
Yep.
She lived to 96 years old.
Yep.
That's how long you gonna live till. You got me for a long time. 30-something years left.
Seems like longer.
Oh my God,
anyway,
such a beauty, such a beauty. Like she had a lot of points to her, and she was a great pioneer in this whole industry.
So name a movie with Cicely Tyson.
Anything Medea related. She was in like all the movies. What?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Forget about Roots. Forget about the Diary of Miss Jane Pittman.
I saw
A Man Called Adam. Sounder.
See, I know, but she was
again on the list of films that one must see.
She was in almost every Tyler Perry movie. She played the mother in grandmother in a lot of the movies that he had.
Okay, all right.
I just know her in my head, and you know what? It's not really even about that. How about Screech? You know, he just passed away too. Y'all remember Dustin from Saved by the Bell?
Apparently, my wife is enamored with this individual.
Yes, he was so funny. But check this out. So we just found out about this. We just found, kind of like Chadwick Boseman. Like we found out that he was sick, right? And he shied away from the cameras, Chadwick, meaning. And all of a sudden, people were like making fun of him in some ways. Then some people were like, oh, is he sick? He has a deadly disease. And all of a sudden, he passed away. And then we found out that he had cancer. Well, with Screech, literally like 2 weeks ago, I feel like we just found out that he had stage 4 cancer. So it's kind of like, wow, stage 4 cancer? Like, I don't know. I mean, it was a very big shock. But to see him gone.
I thought she told me it was the dude from Naughty by Nature, but I got the wrong one.
Screech? There's a Screech in Naughty by Nature? Tretch? Goodbye. Okay, so we have nobody that's coming in, huh? All right, well, that's our show today. Thank you guys for... And that's it.